Hey guys, this is Caffeine Gaming and welcome back to a reading from Skyrim's books. Today we are reading The Nightingales, Fact or Fiction by Wilhelmina Roth. Mention the Nightingale to any thief worth his salt and he'll laugh in your face. He'll tell you that the supposed avengers of the Daedric Lord Nocturnal are nothing but fictional characters who live nowhere else but within tales designed to scare young footpads into doing what they're told. But are they fictional or simply misunderstood? While it's true that most scholars would scoff at the notion of a holy sect appearing within the normally unethical and unorganized rabble that is the Thieves' Guild, evidence suggests that such a group existed at one time within the borders of Skyrim. 120 years before the publication of this tome, a corpse was discovered wearing a strange suit of armor that was described as forged midnight. The tattered armor bore a crest of some sort, the symbol of a bird embracing a circle of undetailed blackness. The remains of the armor was taken to the College of Winterhold for study, but mysteriously vanished only a day after it arrived. The crest from this armor was circulated around Skyrim for years, but identification proved almost impossible. Then, the most unlikely of sources, a prisoner incarcerated within the mines of Markarth, claimed that it was the mark of a group of thieves who called themselves the Nightingales. When pressed for more information, the prisoner claimed that the Nightingales were warriors of Nocturnal and performed her bidding without question. He claimed his source was someone he knew within the Thieves' Guild of Skyrim, but he refused to identify them by name, so his story was quickly dismissed. The second piece of evidence pointing to the existence of the Nightingales exists to this day just outside of Riften. Discovered at the terminus of a short pathway off the main road stands a stone of unidentified blackened material. Carved into its face is the same avian symbol previously found on the dark suit of armor. To those who subscribed to the existence of the Nightingales, this was thought to be some sort of meeting place. To others, the symbol was once again dismissed as a hoax or simply a diversion created by the Thieves' Guild. The final and most controversial piece of evidence is a passage found scrawled on the inside of a cell wall in Whiterun. The cell had previously been occupied by a Dunmer named Lorthus, was incarcerated for murder and was set for execution. After the deed was performed, the Lorthus cell was examined. The following was found etched into one of the stone blocks. Take my hand, Lady Nocturnal, for it is my will to serve you. As a nightingale, I'm born anew. Let my past echo our triumph. This is the first and only time that a solid connection between Nocturnal and the Nightingale has been made. The unusual nature of the passage, the religious connotations toward Nocturnal made by a career criminal, kept discussions lively for years regarding the possibility of this group actually existing. Sadly, since not a single piece of evidence beyond this has surfaced to this date, this exciting discovery faded into obscurity and the debate subsided. With these scant samples of evidence, conclusions are difficult to formulate. All we're left with are more questions than answers. Can religion and thievery coexist? Does the Daedric Lord Nocturnal have active agents roaming Skyrim with a no doubt nefarious purpose? Does the Thieves' Guilds have extensive knowledge of the Nightingales, but remain sworn to secrecy? Perhaps one day the answer to these questions will be revealed, but at the present it falls to you, the reader, to decide whether the Nightingales are fact or merely fiction. The next book that we're reading today is going to be Shadowmarks by Devin Mallory, which is, he's the active member in the Thieves' Guild. Need to know your way around, eh? Don't want to stumble into a necromancer's house or fall into another trap set up by the city guard? Then you need to read this book from cover to cover. Learning to identify the shadow mark can mean the difference between making a fortune and ending up with a blade in your gut. The clever little marks are carved all over Skyrim, mostly on the doorframes or in fronts of buildings, but you can find them pretty much anywhere a thief's been. It's the way we talk to each other without talking. Keeps the newer thieves from becoming dead thieves and all that nonsense. There aren't that many of the bloody things, so I don't want to hear any excuses about not having time to learn them. Anyway, enough of my gabbing. Time to put your wizard's cap on and do a little research. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show off each of one of these and read the description of what each symbol means. The Guild. This is the symbol for the Guild. This means the place is as safe as the Flagon Cistern. If you see the shadow mark, someone from the Guild is nearby for certain. Safe. We usually leave the shadow mark when we've scouted and found a safe way around something, a hallway without traps, or maybe a house that's already been cleared out. If you see one of these, head the way it's pointing and you will be fine. Danger. If you see the shadow mark, head the other way or take your life into your own hands. It means there's something ahead or beyond that door that wants to turn you inside out. escape route. Now, on the rare occasion, it better be a rare occasion if you want to work in the guild, that you find yourself in jail, look for this little beauty. You'll see the Shadowmark and escape is just a few steps away. We put these Shadowmarks on places we don't want you to go, because this is a protected one. As in, stay out of there or there's going to be a boot up the backside. These people are under the guild's protection and should never be robbed or assaulted. Fence. This should quickly become your favorite Shadowmark. This person near the mark will buy your hard-earned stolen goods for a fair price. Thieves' Cache. Who says we only take and never give back? If you find the Shadowmark near a chest, or maybe a hollowed log, you're in for a surprise. A gift from the guild for the thief in the field. Whoever said membership didn't have its privileges. Loot. There's something near the Shadowmark worth stealing. Saves you from breaking into a place only to find the people don't even have 2 septum to rub together. Empty. The opposite of the loot Shadowmark. Pass on this place. There's nothing inside. So that's it for today's episode of Books of Skyrim. We have read Shadowmarks and Nightingales. I will see you guys in a little bit with a couple more books to read, and I will see you then.